5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Madam Vice Chairman, our national objectives are growth, stability, and social justice. But what we see today are economic stagnation, inflation, price rise, and massive unemployment with attendant evils. Madam, I much painfully submit that a mentality has been growing in the government to brush aside nonchalantly the criticisms or suggestions coming from the opposition. This is not a desirable trend in developing the economy in our developing country. It is very necessary that the government should be aware of the present trend in the country. I may also say that the government should be aware, and I will go to the extent of saying that the government should be aware of the present mood of the nation. Madam, deficit financing is the main cause for most of our ills, particularly inflation, price rise, and the devastating ill of the parallel economy. Madam, if you see this year's budget, you will find that it shows a deficit of rupees 250 crores, and the government has admitted that it has gone up to rupees 450 crores. Excess bank credit during the last 12 months has been of the order of rupees 300 crores, and the government loans amount to rupees 208 crores. Then, madam, there is the public debt liability. Madam, if we analyze these things from the point of view of a layman like me, it looks that in truth there is deficit financing to the tune of rupees 1500 crores. Madam, this sort of budgeting, this sort of jugglery, as they say, must go, and we must face the realities of the situation. So, it is for the government to see that there is no deficit financing at all. If at all it is to be there, it should be to some extent only. In the large country of ours, with this big amount, we can go only to some extent. But it must be said again that there must be all sorts of breaks and adjustments, and you have to see that there is no inflation, there is no black marketing and meanness of the parallel economy in the country. All these things should be resisted. I have been seeing during the last 2 years, particularly the helplessness of the ministry to resist these things. In the interest of our country, it is necessary that we must see that deficit financing is brought down to the minimum. Madam, this is the first speech from the opposition after the news items that appeared in today's paper. Madam, I feel it my duty, particularly after the members have expressed their concern, to mention about the alarming news items that has been flashed in the newspapers today, because, madam, this has got a definite bearing on the economic stability of this country. Madam, the news says that there have been unsuccessful attempts by the CIA on the life of our Prime Minister. We demand that the Home Minister informs the House about the sources and the reliability of this news item. We want to know from the Home Ministry whether they have taken all possible precautions to see that the Prime Minister's life is guarded in a better way, and the security arrangements should be more rigid than what they were at the time when Gandhiji was assassinated. Madam, coming to the subject, right to work is a directive principle of state policy in our constitution, but it is also a political and economic necessity. Sir Pandit Nehru had said in the year 1936, when a batch of students, including myself, went to him, that socialism is the only cure for our ills, and socialism, democratic socialism, has to be our country. These were the words which he uttered that day. What is our performance in this direction? That we have to see. For any eventuality or problems that may arise, it is very necessary that government machinery should be geared up to that the targets of achievements are reached. I will give only one or two examples. During the last few years, and particularly during the last 3 years, the problem of unemployment has gone to such magnitude and dimensions that it is doubtful whether it will be possible for us to solve this problem. Madam, I must say that in the present situation in the country, we have to take into consideration the most important and urgent problem that we are facing, the drought, famine, and scarcity conditions all over the country. Madam, I wish to bring to the notice of the government that these scarcity conditions will go on definitely till 1973. There would be widespread repercussions of these drought and famine conditions in the country, which has affected not less than 15 crores of people. It has to be tackled on a war footing. And while I say that it is very necessary that I must point out to this august house that the performances of the central ministries and state ministries have not been to the satisfaction.